Oh my god, she's so uncomfortable. And we're live! Hello, everybody! It's so good to see you. Let me know in the chat if it's sounding alright, if it's looking alright. Trying a new setup today. Got some big surprises for Self-Care Sunday. But first, a special guest is here in the studio, wherever it could they be. And
Self-Care Sunday!
Everybody. It's so good to see you.
I was going to do that with Tiffy, but she hates me now.
Yeah, Tiffy's
kind of upset for a very, very good
reason. Some big surprises. We will get to that in a moment. But first, welcome everybody to Self-Care is here in the studio. Wherever it's so great to have you here. It has just been an interesting period of getting back everybody aside from Father's Day.
I was going to do that with Tiffy, but she hates me now.
Yeah, Tiffy's kind of upset. Very good. And yeah, we will get to that in a moment. But welcome everybody to Self-Care is here in the studio. Wherever it's so great to have you here. It has just been don't listen to us, getting back hashtag Father's Day.
I was going to do that with Tiffy, but she hates me now.
Yeah, Tiffy's kind of upset. And one of my favorite values. We will get to that in a moment. Dr. Sally Grissom from That's great. And yeah, so great to have you here. It has just been don't listen to us. Shit, I know what's happening. Sorry, guys.
Did you fix it?
Yes.
You have to understand, this room, I mean, we're going to show you, but like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see myself in like
should
5
solve the echo.
There's a camera.
Let me just
There's another mic. There's
double
another
check. Ay. Sorry, guys. Oh, that is horrible.
Oh god, Zach, make it stop. That is horrible. Okay, I love this. The mouse? No, what? Technical difficulties.
What the hell? Did I fix it?
Can I say something that will make it sound weirder? Be like,
1 second.
build a jacuzzi and we will come. What?
I fixed it.
Oh.
It was the preview video was streaming, and so you were hearing that also. Shit. I hate when that happens. Anyway.
Woo, it's better.
Now that that's fixed,
She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill you. She's gonna kill everyone. She's so upset.
she's really upset. But shout out to my patrons. You guys are amazing. I launched my Patreon last week, and this was the $25 level. Oh God, she's really upset.
She's so mad. Put her in the chair.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to take this off, but it's pretty adorable.
But it makes sense because sharks can be angry.
Oh man, yeah, she's been trying to back out of it the entire
Just
time.
like backing up and like putting her butt against the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna take that out take it off next time she gets there. But first, I just want to take a sec to show off some things that you've been here for from week 1 to see the beginnings of. So everybody, let me bring your attention to camera 2,
Ba-ba-ba.
which is pointing at camera 1, which is this like setup over here. So basically, what you're looking at is this is a teleprompter that I built for a series that we've been talking about called Boss Gal, which is one dude series about women who rule, which is going to be coming out next year. But in the meantime, this is the thing that I've been
It's cool. Oh.
threatening to make, so you can see that Kristen can see herself.
Ooh. Oh yeah, hello me. This is why it's all so weird, is because I'm staring at my own face.
And we're basically looking at each other through that lens.
Right.
The idea is that there would be a second one of those, so that we could sit next to each other and make eye contact with each other.
Oh my god.
And then the interview would basically look like that. Isn't that
my
right,
head.
Kristen?
Oh my god, help. Get me out.
Oh boy.
Oh, I broke it.
No, I broke it.
Oh.
It's okay, they can still hear us. Alright, so now I'm going to set this bad boy up as Tiffy Cam. That is Dirty Tissue Cam.
Oh, look at all these people talking things.
People are great. While I'm
Hello,
setting this up,
everyone.
anybody got questions for Kristen in the chat? Questions for either of us? About anything.
Ask, well, anything?
Anything.
Okay. Can I lie?
I mean, no guarantees of truth. I don't know, I won't know.
Oh, someone says, wow, the teleprompter looks amazing. Thank you, I made it myself. It took a lot of work, but I did it 100% me. I'm just innovative, and I have time, and I think about these things.
Alright, I'm gonna free my cat from this trap.
Don't leave me alone.
She's gonna do her thing. Alright, well, so yeah, welcome. Let me sit this mic back up for you.
Tiffy is Tiffy-less because Tiffy's mad at all of us. She doesn't want to be a shark.
She really doesn't want to be a shark.
Thanks. About the hair comment. That's what I was thanking you, not just in general.
Yeah, we won't do that now. We're just gonna go straight to.
Can somebody remind me when AP is back? It'll be back, I think. We're planning for the fall, is what's happening. We're gonna have, like, we usually record, like, super remotely, and we record, like, one episode at a time as we go, and it's driving Misha up a wall. So we're gonna try and do, like, try to get people together, do it in one room at one time, and do, like, half a season and then another half a season so they can just edit all of it. Why was I in space? Good question. I have no more answers.
Where should we put Tiffy when she comes back? Maybe the upper corner.
Put her right there.
Alright, cool.
Let's see. What was my favorite episode scene to act out in Ars Paradoxica? I had a really good time doing the scene with the future Sally and young Sally. Because I had to, like, figure out how to differentiate my voice enough. I don't think I did that fully, but it was, like, a really fun experiment to, like...
Try to pull your shirt. Yeah, there you go.
Ah.
Okay, great.
But that was cool. I mean, it wasn't, like, my favorite, but it's what came to mind. As being one of the weirdest.
Amazing. So, here we are. I wanted to have Kristen here today, and I'm so glad that you're able to make it.
Yes!
Because I had some questions for you.
Yes!
And I wanted to talk this week about making the gig economy your...
Bitch.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say things?
Yeah, why not? I don't know.
Oops, I should ask.
So basically, the thing that I've been really impressed about getting to know Kristen is how she's been basically, like, hustling the voiceover world in New York City, and just, like, making this new economy and, like, the web work. And like, figuring things out and, like, learning lessons and, like...
Yeah.
I think the big thing for me is self-advocacy. And not just, like... Yeah, not just, like, the little... Like, obviously there's some, like, cool hacks and tips and tricks and stuff. But I think being able to advocate for yourself and, like, speak up, which I think you have more to talk about this week than I even expected that we'd talk about. But we'll get to all that.
We'll get there.
So, yeah. To start out, I guess, why don't you, for the folks who are new here, introduce yourself and who you are, and maybe, your favorite food.
Okay, okay. Hello, folks who are new here. My name is Kristen DiMercurio. I played Dr. Sally Grissom in Ars Paradoxica, which is like a sci-fi, time travel, audio drama, nerdy physics thing. And so I get to play, she's this incredible doctor that goes into the past, back into, like, Cold War era conspiracy theory land, and shit gets real. And so, I did, what else was I saying?
So who
That's
you
who
are,
I am.
what you're up to, maybe your favorite food.
Okay, what I'm up to. So, as we've been talking about, I've been trying to, like, work in the gig economy, which is a thing to do. It feels almost like gamifying your life, because, like, video games run on an algorithm where, like, I've played enough Minecraft to know that, like, you know, if you just kind of keep plugging away at it, you, like, build resources. And so when you are selling a service online, it's all, like, algorithm based, and it's sort of the same thing. It's like you got to plug away from it bit by bit by bit and, like, build a business in a very, like, mathematical way, which is weird because I'm not a math person. And my favorite food are either gummies or raspberry pie.
What about gummy raspberry pies?
I would die. It'd just be too good. I would just...
I bet it exists. I bet somebody's made this.
I mean, we could Google it right now, but there's already so much technology happening. I wonder if my dad's watching. I told him to, but I don't know if he understands that. Tech stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
we won't Google it now.
No, we won't Google it.
We can Google it later.
But yeah, that's what's up.
That's awesome. So yeah, I guess, like, how did you get started in this whole universe? Because you weren't always doing voiceover.
No,
okay.
I studied musical theater, actually, in Emerson College. Woo! And when I graduated, I like really burnt out real hard in college. And so a few months after graduation, I went home to my parents' house in like suburbia and like slept for months. And you get to this point where you're inside your house for so long that you're like, I don't want to leave this house. Like, I don't want to go anywhere. So I was like, what can I do from home? And I went on an Emerson alumni board and I searched and I like posted, hey, does anybody know any good like voice acting classes? Because like that's something I'd be interested in taking. And Misha, the producer of Ars Paradoxica, they answered saying, I don't know any classes, but like, do you want to audition for my podcast? I was like, do you just read what I just said? That like I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I auditioned and then did that, and it's been like building for 3 years, trying to make a jump into the commercial world. Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of like little tiny things, phone systems for doctors' offices, and I've did a video for Fidelity Insurance. But like I've done like 200 to 300 plus like little things like that, where like you might get a phone call that's like, hey, cable customer, we noticed your bill's late. This is Dr. Sally Grissom. Pay it. Yeah. So.
That's so funny. So to slow it down for a sec. You moved here, and what was your job? Like, how were you making a living while you were doing voice? Like while you were doing ours?
I worked at like I think I worked at like 7 different restaurants, bartending and being a waitress, and then
Right, which is like a typical like actor performer lifestyle.
Yeah.
And at what point did you switch to using things like I guess
TaskRabbit
to apps and
Fiverr
were you on TaskRabbit and Fiverr at the same time, or what was the progression?
Yes, I started TaskRabbit pretty early on. So for those of you that don't know, TaskRabbit is like a chores app.
So if I want somebody to like vacuum clean my apartment or like install a IKEA desk or something like that, like literally anything, like when I've had to move large stuff like Project Uplift and like stuff when I was working at the startup at 1 month, I would get a TaskRabbit or like make a job on TaskRabbit and somebody would show up with a van.
Right.
And not everybody has a vehicle, but like those people do better.
Meet, which like you just don't really in New York. It's not really a thing you can do when you don't have a steady job, but I did my best, and you know, I was like vaguely starving, but I was here, you know, like, you know, you did it. And then I started working in restaurants, more full time, but like being a bartender in New York is just like it's a long time. I met a girl who is the most popular voiceover person on Fiverr.
Wow.
And if you don't know what Fiverr is, it's a thing where you can buy gigs for $5 or more. And she has done like 40,000 gigs on Fiverr. She's just a rock star.
Right.
And I was like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And so I started one. I recorded my own little demo and put it up, and I got like 1 order in the first 2 weeks, and like 2 orders the next week.
Right.
And then eventually I'd say it took 2 months before I started getting orders like 1 a day at least. And now I've got, you know, I'm doing like probably like 20 or 25 a week.
Wow.
Which is nice, and it helps with it. And then I'm on Voice Bunny too, and I just sort of like dove into the whole gig economy world.
Right. And there are, for context, a bunch of websites that if you want to get into voiceover and don't live necessarily in a major market or have representation to go out to like auditions in real life.
Are there things happening?
People are tweeting.
Yeah, but there's things about like lagging and back and stuff. Are we okay?
Huh?
Are we lagging? Are we disconnected?
Oh, there's a lag. I don't know. If there's a tech issue, just like keep hitting me up.
Yeah. But
the video keeps freezing. Is it just me? It's back and
it's gone again. I don't know.
I don't know.
We all missed the past like 20 minutes.
What? That's weird.
Really? Good.
Is it just black?
Wait, can you hear it now? Is it still cutting out?
There's so much lag that we're not going to find out if they're answering. I'd be really surprised if that's like my internet at this point.
More like 5. It wasn't 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, have we been doing this for 20 minutes?
Yeah, no.
Have we? What time is it?
It was 3 minutes, and it was buffering, and they can hear us fine.
Okay.
All right, great.
Sorry about that.
How did you find the courage to, like, I guess, what did you tell yourself? What was your bet when you, like, went for full-time in voiceover? Or was it trying to go full-time in voiceover? Like, was it less of a, like, I'm going all in and more of a testing the water situation?
Well, you can't really go all in to start, because nobody knows you, and you don't get enough. But like, if I just like quit all my other jobs and just been like, I'm doing voiceover now, I would have been making $5 a week, which, you know, it doesn't do anything. So I think it was more of a slow progression. Like, I'll try this and see if it works. And then when it started to work a little bit, I was like, I'll just keep up with it and let it expound on itself and avalanche until it is a thing. And eventually I could, like, I don't know, not do the other stuff. And it's still, like, I'm still very much on that edge of, like, I'm just barely supporting myself on this. So I'm hoping it continues to grow. But if I need to, I'll go back to temping, or I'll go back to TaskRabbit, or I'll figure it out.
Nice.
So,
That's
but
awesome.
right now I'm in the place of, like, chugging along. Just gonna keep doing it until I am the voice of a cartoon character. That's all I want.
I think we can make that
It
happen.
would be so good. Ugh. I tweeted Rebecca Sugar once. I was like, what do I have to do to be on Steven Universe? Because I'll do it. She never answered.
Oh.
It's okay. But
I should try her. I don't know her. So I guess my next question would be, what does self-advocacy mean to you, and how has it been important to you in your experience in the gig economy, and sort of transitioning from like more like IKEA gigs to more voiceover gigs?
Well, the IKEA thing is a reference. I used to build furniture for I used to like assemble people's furniture a lot.
Right.
Which pays very well, actually. But I'd say the self-advocacy is just being like, I am a commercial voiceover actor. You have to decide that you are, and then you go for it, and to speak like you are when you're communicating with clients, to be like I set my rules myself. Like, I deliver this in 24 hours. You get one free revision. You get I set my own rules based on what I saw other people were doing, and I have to enforce them myself. You know, if someone's like, oh, can you just redo it again? And you have to be like, sorry, I only do one free revision. If you want another one, you have to, which as a woman, it's like hard to tell people, and as somebody that's worked in customer service so long, it's hard to like tell people no and be like, no, this is how the business works. I run a business and this is what it is. And that's something I'm still working on, absolutely. And being able to, you get a pit in your stomach when like you get that conflict online. I don't know if you guys ever get this, but like whenever someone challenges you, you're just like, oh God, I did wrong. Like,
well, how are, like, I guess, what do you attribute your ability when you like say no to that? Like, I guess for somebody who's like just starting their own account and maybe saying yes too much, what would be your recommendation? Or if you could go back and like talk to your past self that was like doing a third revision, what would you say?
Well, that's the thing, is at the beginning you kind of got to be a doormat. At the very beginning, because you need to get those 5-star reviews. Once you've got a couple, then you have a little bit more legs to stand on. Okay,
so let's say talking to the Kristen that had 3 5-star reviews, what would you say to like shake her out of saying yes too much?
I would say, look at how much time you're spending on this versus how much money you're making. Decide like how much time it is worth, and then do whatever you need to do to cut it to that point. And know that you never have to see these people in person. And people respect being direct, actually, I found.
Yeah.
When you really, like, I don't know, stand up for yourself, sometimes you get assholes that are, like, gonna challenge you on it, especially because they see that you have, like, pictures of a woman, and they're like, oh, she doesn't fucking know what she's talking about. I keep cursing, I'm sorry. And, but you just have to, like, I don't know, go for it and realize that, like, there's so many millions and billions of people in the world that, like, this one doesn't matter, essentially. I do that a lot, actually. Whenever I have to say something, like big, or just be like, what are the odds of me seeing you again? Here it is, you know?
Yeah.
And if it ruins our relationship, I will go find another because I can throw a stone and I will find another, you know?
Right.
Which is a scary and weird and maybe sociopathic thought. But
I think if you're gonna make it as a creative, you can't. I don't know. I just think it's like life is too short to ruminate and spend on like a Fiverr gig.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And
The amount of stress I had over some of those Fiverr gigs, I was like, I literally like, you know, threw myself off a bridge for $15. I didn't do that. That was a bad. I did jump off a bridge once though.
were you bungeeing?
No.
What?
Yeah, it was just
Were you diving?
into water.
Was
Yeah,
it-
I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, I could do that. I thought I
Oh,
was
boy.
gonna die.
I'm
But I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't. Yeah, I was like, spoiler alert. She didn't die.
It was only like 4 stories, I think.
Okay.
So like
That's
the
horrifying.
odds of me dying, I'd have to land really
It's
wrong.
incredibly horrifying.
Yeah, it
Um,
was. But once I got up there, I realized I couldn't climb down.
Yeah.
So I jumped.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a name. Anyway,
So about self-advocacy, I guess like
on topic.
like, could you say a little bit more about like what does that really mean to you? Who are some role models that you've had
Oh man.
that are like they're a BAMF?
Self-advocacy. I actually temped for this woman who she's actually one of the only women in the upcoming 100 CEOs in the country kind of thing. I think there's 4 women in it and she's in there. And she was so intense to work in her office, the way that she nobody got away with anything on the phone. She would call people out. She'd be like, "Well, I don't know why your service did this because if it were my service, I wouldn't make a mistake, and you did make a mistake. So I'm thinking that I should probably get a certain percentage off because you did." And I'm just sitting there she's putting people on the spot, and I really respected
like vendors that are
yeah, just people she was working with. She had
Wow.
to fight these men every freaking phone call.
Holy shit.
And she did.
Wow. What
And
did
she
you
was
learn
super
from
friendly
her?
and
Yeah.
nice.
I guess what did you learn watching her operate?
That I keep going back to this as a woman thing, but as a woman you do have to be much more assertive.
Yeah.
And that being assertive is scary and awful, and eventually you get used to it and it feels good.
Huh.
It's almost it's like when you figure out that procrastinating feels worse than just doing the thing. You won't figure it out till you do, but when you do, it then bothers you when other people are not that way. You know? When you're hanging out with somebody and they're not being direct, and you're like, well, you just say it. You know?
Yep.
And then you just say it, and then, I don't know. And then it's done. And you move on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess moving on.
Yes. I'm talking a lot.
You had this is an interview, and
Oh.
I'm asking you questions. That's kind of healthy.
And normal. And my cat must just be
Really fucking
I know.
suffering
I
right
want
now.
to save her poor
Um,
soul.
Okay, after this, we'll go find her.
Shark soul.
I hope that she would come back.
What if she doesn't?
What if she just turns into a full-on shark?
Is she just sitting in your living room? You need to get
Just
a tank.
beached shark.
Don't they die out of water? They're not mammals like dolphins. Wait,
Tiffy! Tiffy!
I'm not good at animals.
1 second. Let me see if let me make sure she's not dead.
Okay.
Check it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read what you guys are saying. Ha ha ha. Must be something like, I will cross or jump off the Ooh. Yep. I will jump off that bridge when I get to it. Oh man, this is fun. Let's see. Look at all you people talk confidence goals. Aw,
coming off.
thanks. Oh, that makes me feel so good. Whoa, look at all these guys. Look at all these people. Blooming heck. I love the word heck.
Oh, Tiffy.
Are you better?
I took it off.
Oh, she looks so relieved. Can we do the cam?
Yeah.
The Tiffy cam?
Wait, is it happening right now?
No.
Oh.
I guess you gotta print it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, let me scroll down and see what more is happening. Does anybody have... Would Sally also jump off a bridge? Duh. Kids, have you seen... Oh, thanks! This is cool! Remember when you made me an audio thing as a Secret Santa for the podcast? That was you? Hi! Oh, Alicia, yeah! I made you a thing! That's right! It was about birds, right? That was the one about birds, or was it the one about water on a desk? We'll get there. But speaking of things that make me feel good, I have a cool thing that happened to me that I want to talk about.
And I want you to talk about it. One second. I also want to be present while I do it.
Okay.
While we talk.
Is this happening?
But I'm just setting up the Tiffy cam really quick.
Oh, I love you so much. I want to turn you into a hat. Not like a killer. I just want to wear her on my head. I promise.
I am just a wee bit alarmed.
Look at how loving and sweet and wonderful you are. How do I be more like you?
Huh?
What?
What?
I'm talking to Ken. I also want to be more like you.
Aww.
Your man bun's on point.
Aw.
I could probably do that.
Yeah. I got hair ties. Alright. There we go. Got a tiny Tiffy cam this week.
Wait, I should imitate you.
Tiffy cam's gonna live right over
Look
here.
at how sweet. Oh, you hate me because I picked you up in the shark costume.
Yeah, she really hates the shark costume,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, I've never heard like an old cat
It was so
scream.
fun though. I think she'll like it more when she associates it with going outside, which I think she always has wanted to do. And
Don't kill Tiffy. I won't. I promise. I will never.
Don't do
I
what?
just want a live cat hat.
Okay. Cool. Let's do the thing. So the reason that we were originally just going to talk about like being a badass like
We were.
hustler in the city, but now the reason self-advocacy sort of emerged is because of a tweet that I read yesterday that I would like to share with all of y'all.
You know how to do that?
Let's go to the TweetCam.
Whoa.
Wait for it. Wait for it. All right, here
Is
we
this what you
go.
were setting up?
Yeah, this is this was what I set up before the thing. So now we have Tiffy Cam and us and the screen
Dear
for
God
Twitter.
Almighty.
Yeah, because CNN's got nothing on us.
The Recat hat. That's like 3 scoops of ice cream, but cats. I hope that made sense to you. It made sense to me.
Okay.
That's not the tweet. Keep going.
I
Keep
know
going.
you-
That's a Sally Grissom cosplayer.
Oh,
Woo!
awesome.
There's my cats. Okay, it's this one. The June 15th. That's very small text. I don't know if you can read it.
Oh, whoops, I broke it.
Oh my god.
1 second.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
All right. I think that's the way. Whoops. Let's make
Yeah.
it like a little bit smaller. Can we zoom it? Yeah, just like that. Okay, great.
Treats
I
and
think that's the
patience.
best way to do
Beautiful
it.
Treats. Okay.
So yeah, so this is Kristen's tweet, and Kristen did a very scary. Do you want to read it?
Can you read it?
Can I read? Okay.
Can you read it as me?
But should I read it in like I did a very scary thing today? Like,
I will let you take your artistic liberties and like go as
Okay.
big as you want.
I did a very scary thing today. I was in a table read for a potential TV pilot. At the end of the read, the male writers asked me what we thought of the script. Everyone who spoke up gave positive feedback, and they were about to wrap up the whole event. So I raised my hand, looked the writer in the face, and half yelled, "All of the female characters, with one exception, are either sexualized or someone's mother. If you want the show to be as groundbreaking as you claim, then you need to change that. Also look at the word count of the male dialogue versus female dialogue, and I think you'll be shocked at how disproportionate it really is." And then the entirety of NYC sat awkwardly for a moment. Pause. The entirety
The whole
of
city
New York City
was like,
I, in Bushwick, miles away, for like a full moment.
oh man.
And then I had about 4 heart attacks. Then another cast member chimed in. Then another. Then the producer. Then the writer's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Then suddenly it was the whole dialogue, resulting in the gender swapping of at least one important character. What I'm saying is speaking up will be scary, your heart will race, and your face will turn red in front of everyone. But do it. Do the thing. The representation of women in American media can be a dark, dark place, but if you see the opportunity to turn on even a tiny light, heckin' do it! I love heckin'. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I was super inspired reading that and was like, oh my god, you're going to be on my show tomorrow. This is so exciting.
Yeah. Well, it
Holy
blew
shit.
it blew the hex up. And I had to like turn off my Twitter notifications because like
It's at 6,000 retweets.
and
18,000 likes.
I haven't seen 18,000 people in my
Holy
whole life
crap.
put together. That's the lie. I went to a concert once.
That's amazing. And 307 replies?
Yeah,
That's so dope.
And I like don't know what to do about it because like and the support is amazing. Like people have been so like there's been this outpouring of like you go and all these like awesome gifts and people being
Welcome to Bushwick.
welcome to Sirens. But it was like I don't know. And now there's all this dialogue within it of like the 18,000 likes. I only had like maybe like 5 or 6 haters, which is like pretty good.
That's amazing.
Statistically. And they got pretty like they caused more of a dialogue about art versus like the art you want to make versus your responsibility towards representation and like it's very fun.
That's so awesome.
It's weird. I keep looking and there's always more. There were only 16,000 this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like can you talk to us a little bit about what was going on in your head? Like at what point did you start to notice this and were like because I know like I would be there being like am I going to say something? Am I not going to say something? Am I going to say something? Am I not going to say something? I don't know.
It was that.
Okay.
It was definitely
yeah, can you bring us like into your head?
Sure. So we finished the read, and I can't say too much about it because I signed a little NDA because this may or may not become a TV show someday,
Right.
Which
and
I won't
please,
be on.
yeah, don't violate any agreements or
Right.
like, I think specifically it's not really important to me who it is, and like the Mad Libs of the thing. I think because it is such a systemic issue in the
Yes.
media, it could literally be any show.
Well, it's something that I noticed immediately so it's a very like hot button topic. It's talking about the drug war in America, and there's a lot of race stuff and a lot of stuff with cops and there's so it's like very like they're trying to do something and talk about the system and all this stuff and it's really cool.
Right. In the process of being woke about X, they're unwoke about Y.
Well, I think about this, and the first thing I think when I sit down and like I see the two writers are like these old white dudes, and I was
Right.
like, okay, all right, well let's see, and the script was pretty good. But there were definitely like all but one of the women either had some sort of sexual encounter, not necessarily a full-on sex scene, but some sort of sexual encounter, or they were a mom. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll go up and talk to the writer afterwards privately, is what I thought I'd do.
Right.
But then they were like, tell us your feedback, like what's going on? I thought maybe I'd write it in a thing. I don't know. I was like trying to be very distant.
Right.
But then the writer asked right there at the table, like, what does everybody think? Everybody's like talking about, I loved it, I'd watch it, all this stuff, and then I was like, how do I say this? And then literally he goes, anything else? And I was like, I just like it was the jump off the bridge moment.
Wow.
Where I literally was like, I might die. Hello, and then it just bleh, came out and.
Wow.
And it was really awkward. I turned literally like bright red. I could feel it in my whole face. And then, like, the dialogue started, and I'm sitting there still, like... I don't think I said anything else for the rest of the dialogue. I think I said, like, yeah. Like, yes, this,
Wow.
It was cool. It was super cool. And then at the end, we all just left, and then I said that. They changed one of the characters to female, which to me felt a little bit like a patch. A little bit like, oh, look, we'll satisfy the women by changing this. But it did look like there were notes being written down about possibly other
Right.
characters. And, like, to look at specifically the word count thing was a big one for
Yeah.
me. Because the men were talking a lot more than the women.
Right.
Which is not the case right now.
But
Ching!
so I guess, have you ever done anything like that before? And specifically, like, I know for me, I learn from failure. An interesting distinction. I was talking to a friend earlier this week who's in business school now who presented this idea to me of like the difference from learning from failure and learning from success. Where like if you're at a company where like everything is falling apart and nothing's ever working, you'll learn a lot about what not to do, but you'll never learn what to do. In a way that
Yeah.
if you're working with like the best and brightest in a business, you might learn the best way or at least a very effective way to do X, Y, or Z.
Right.
And I think I've had a lot more learning from failure experiences and like specifically I've had a lot of moments of like my face burning, wanting to say something and failing to say something.
And then you just feel,
And then the
"Ugh."
next time I'm in that situation, I'm like, not again, and
Yep.
then I'll like do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder, like, is it like, would you say it's learning from, like, have there been moments where you've been in that situation and maybe not spoken up the way you wanted to, where this was a victory over the past?
I've definitely, I can't think of a specific situation, but there's definitely times, especially in the acting world, where you just run into, there's sexism everywhere, all over. Like, it is just rife with sexism, and that's just what you deal with. And so there've been a lot of situations where I didn't speak up, but I'd say it's a healthy dose of both, because being more direct is something I've been learning in the city by doing it and having it work, and being like, okay, then I can see what else I can apply this to.
Right.
But I think somebody said, what do we do if it doesn't go right? You know, like, if I said that, and they had just, like, I don't know.
They fired you, and, like, you'll never work in this town again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, I think you just, like, you pick the ship to go down on, and you go down in a ship, and then you just do. I don't know. You have to sort of, okay, I equate a lot of things to having a stomach bug, right? This makes sense in a minute. If you ever had a stomach bug, and the only thing you can do is lie there and know that you will not have a stomach bug in a few days. There's nothing to fix it. And anti-nausea stuff doesn't work. Like you cannot feel better when you have a stomach bug. So when something like that happens, like a big social faux pas, and you just, like, feel terrible, all you have to do is be like, in a week, I will feel a little better. Just knowing that it doesn't last forever is the only thing that, I don't know, gets you I don't know if that's good advice, but that's what I do.
And I guess it comes down to, like, what's more important? Is it, you know, having X job, or, like, having people see you in X way, or maybe not see you in Y way, or saying the thing? Like, it is, I think, comes down to a question of values.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not wrong to have the value of, I need to fucking eat this month, and this is a systemic issue that's been going on for years, and what's one more day? Like, I can't tell you that it's more important to speak up. I personally really respect what you did at the risk of that. And I think that you did risk your reputation and your professional reputation doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way a difference is going to get made. It's the Gandhi quote that us white dudes love to bring up all the time, be the change.
Be the change
that you wish to see in the world. I think it's a useful...
I approve this message.
Yeah, I think it's a useful thing.
Oh, man.
Um,
But, wait, I had a thing I was going to say, and then it was gone.
Pet the Tiffy.
Oh.
It may bring back...
Hello, sweet, sweet totem of luck and attention
memory?
span and memory.
No, that's one thing that Tiffy is not.
But you're everything else. Oh my god, I love you so much.
Oh, she's the best.
I'm dying. I'm dying on the inside of love.
Okay.
But a cool
Did that
thing
help you remember anything?
No, what? I forgot I was here. This is so cool. I feel like we're newscasters.
It's fun, right?
Right, I want to be like, I'm Ron Burgundy.
And I'm...
What was her name? See? What was it? She says, you look like a blueberry. Are you going to Google it?
I'm Googling it. Oh, no, whoop, whoop.
Oh, and they can watch?
Oh, yeah, we could...
For everybody who knows, that's like, Zach's got a death countdown.
Hey, it's not counting down to my death. It's just counting up in my life.
It's like, by the way, this is how much longer you have to live.
Well, yeah, it's like, is this tab really worth it? It's like, yes.
Oh my god. I'm not... Is this tab really worth it? Oh, I'm gonna need a while on that.
Never gonna get this tab back.
Oh my god. Tiffy, I love you.
Oh,
the world's
boy.
so difficult.
Christina Applegate
so much
playing
fur.
Veronica Corningstone.
Veronica Corningstone. That's right.
Right.
That's right, that's right. Oh man. But yeah, and now there's like a lot of people that follow me on Twitter all of a sudden, and I'm like, do you expect me to do anything again, ever? So I've been just tweeting stuff about my life.
Oh, that's awesome.
And hoping... I don't know what I'm hoping, because like there's really no benefit to having a lot of Twitter followers.
I mean, here's the thing about that.
It's just fun.
No, I think it's like this. At the end of the day, how any difference gets made is by human beings taking action. And there are
Yes.
two kinds of actions we can take. Moving our physical bodies and opening our mouths and saying words. Like,
Okay.
broadly, those are the two kinds of actions we can take. And when we do them in concert, exponentially things can move faster, and we can do more complicated things that are bigger than any one of us.
Yes. Yes.
And all of that comes down to like what actions we take, how we view the world, like our perspective, which is a function in many ways of our attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you alter how the world occurs for somebody is through dialogue,
Yes.
and there's no dialogue if there's no attention.
Hmm.
And so I see social media as a potentially the greatest distraction human beings have ever invented for themselves that will
Potentially?
keep us looking over here while the world burns over here.
Right.
But I don't think it has to be that way. I think that there's an opportunity for us to have individually larger and larger conversations with more of the population, and if we are responsible with it and learn good practices, we can essentially leverage attention for things that matter and has more of the world work for more of the world.
Right. Somebody told me recently they're like the new currency is attention.
Yes, the final currency will be attention, because
wild.
at the end of the day, money, you can print more of it, but there's always ways to add value, but there's an upper limit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And as human beings, our time is, I think, measured in our attentive time. That's why advertisers pay money
Right.
for eyeballs, they call it.
Oh, this is also such an American thing, though.
Yeah,
We're all
sure.
about that life, like the attention and the
Right.
Not like everybody look at me, but like that our currency is more. I mean, it's just the
Attentional.
capitalism market and the stuff.
Right, but I think it's true everywhere. Because even if you're in a socialist country or a communist country, like at the end of the day, what you're giving your attention to, how you're spending your time,
Yes.
is time you can't spend on anything else.
It's the only actual limited currency.
Right.
Time is the only limited currency.
And time and attention. And so I think that like having
Mostly time.
having a social media following can just be a form of shared escapism, which
Mhm.
I'm not excited about or interested in, or it can be a platform to engage with attention in a way that makes a difference.
Oh man.
And I think there are ways to make a difference that are not significant and pretentious, as a lot of what I've just said could sound.
Right.
But I think you can like Self-Care Sunday is like kind of about relaxing and having fun after like maybe a crappy week. And I know
Mhm.
I had a really long, hard week. Long and hard, so he said. Anyway, and like I think there's something to like being able to like kick back and make jokes and have fun. And I think that in a lot of the like social justice communities that I'm a part of, there is this kind of guilt about having fun and self-care,
Yeah.
which I don't think is going to work. It's not sustainable. And so it's like finding that balance. So I think there's a world where like you don't have to be serious and like big deal news and can still make a difference with like audience on Twitter. And occasionally I think you're going to have more opportunities. Like the other thing I think you'll find is like a feedback loop of the more people that listen to you like somebody who speaks up, the more you'll
Are
be
likely to
somebody
do
who speaks up.
Yes.
And it has that.
Right, because you act the way that you're treated a lot of the time. That's a huge thing. Like, as anybody that's like ever altered their appearance drastically will tell you, like, you get treated differently. What was the example? Oh, I had half my head shaved for a while, right? Because I thought I was cool, and I was cool. I did
She
it for
was
2
cool.
years. But after I did that,
She
like,
is cool.
people treated me like I was a badass for no reason. I'm literally like chicken shit, you know? I'm like running around like I just moved to New York, I don't know where I am. People like, she shaved her head. Do you know how to get out, like, which direction things are in? And I'm like, no, you know? But it's that idea of like people, oh wait, this is important. But it's like people will treat you how you, it's like a feedback loop. If you give people a certain impression of you, they'll treat you a certain way, and then you will react to how they treat you, and it's this. I keep doing this.
Right, like you just updated your Fiverr graphic.
Yeah, my Fiverr, so when you're on Fiverr, there's like little pictures, and so mine's my headshot, it had a light blue background, And I recently was like, this doesn't pop out when you're scrolling through, so I changed it to electric blue, and I get more orders now.
And I'll put a link to her Fiverr down below if you want that Sally Grissom touch in your next voiceover project.
If you want me to narrate your next, like, I don't know, what do you have to do? If you want me to do your voicemail, I don't know if that would. I'll do it. That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
It'll be $5 so that I can buy treats for my cats.
What are your cats' names?
Sprout and Delilah.
Oh my god, and where can we find them?
In my house?
On your Instagram?
Yeah, that was a leading question and I didn't get it. In my Instagram.
Is your Instagram the same as your Twitter?
K2Merc, that's my everything. I'm always K2Merc. I'm on Tumblr, but I only ever post pictures of art that I like. I don't know.
So that's K2Merc on the Twitter and K2Merc on the Instagram.
Leaving.
Bye, guys.
Bald is fun, trust me.
Who's leaving?
Somebody did, this one.
Kate Triona ni
I think that's shaving too.
Che La Chain. Such a beautiful username that I'm sorry for mispronouncing. Yes.
A tote bag with Tiffy on it. Great idea.
Oh, Tiffy.
Wait, where are my fat mushes? Where are they? Here they are.
Her cats are so cute.
Look at them.
Oh my god.
That's where
such
I
cuties.
sit all day editing things.
It's your throne.
Mm-hmm.
Your 2-cat throne.
Anyway, is there anything else people want to like?
Yeah. So why
dig
don't you guys throw some questions in the chat for either Kristen? I recommend Kristen while she's here, or myself, or both of us.
Good at answering things.
And yeah.
Did I have anything else that I wanted to add in while we're waiting for questions?
Well, I can jump onto what you were saying is like having this channel, like having Self-Care Sunday every Sunday has me think about self-care more during the week than I ever would, and honor that more than I ever would on left to my own devices. So I think there is something beautiful to like that, like cultivating a listening for yourself, how you want to be, like how you want to be, like for the person you want to be, so that there's like literally like gravity pulling you towards that way of being, and like wind pushing you, like, you know, towards that.
It's almost to fake it till you make it.
Right. And like then you're in that situation where there's a feedback loop where it's then making it more every day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Let's see. How to be productive?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Kristen, how long did you know you were going to be in Wolf 359?
A couple of months.
It
I did.
was really hard
fun.
to not let that cat
really
out of the
fun.
bag.
How to be productive when bedbound. I've injured my foot and can't go into... this is how I got into commercial voiceover. So audition season in New York for all their summer stuff, theater-wise, is January and February. I have the immune system of something that's already dead. So I got so sick. For like 2 months, I was not leaving my house. Like I couldn't, I like tried to walk down the street and I almost fainted. So I was in my house and I'm like kind of out, I'm like, what do I do? And I would just slowly like build my Fiverr thing. Like that's the other advantage of this whole digital world, is because is that you can do, like, if you are bedbound, if you are whatever, you can build your business. Or if you don't have a business, you can work on yourself. You know, read the shit that you've always told yourself you were going to read. Or, like, start making a series of art stuff, even if you're not good at art. Like, have 12 badly watercolored fish in a notebook. Which I did. But then you have 12 watercolored fish you did. Fuck it. I don't know. That's productivity.
Productivity with Kate and Merck. So Lillian Holman, both of you, what is your favorite thing to do without a screen? Good question.
Art.
Cuddle with my cat. It's pretty
Both.
great.
Cuddling is an art.
Without a screen, I could argue podcasting.
Listening or making?
Voice acting. Like,
You need a screen to do that.
no, not if you have a handheld recorder with a thing on the bottom.
That's true. You have a lot of things that do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Running, jogging, I like that. Having my head
I
scratched
clean
is,
a
like,
lot.
tops.
What?
Having my head scratched is like the best.
Head scratches? Look, my nails are kind of long right now too, so there you go. Oh my god, his eyes are going in the back of his head. Wait, can I do this to Tiffy and you at the same time and you'll swap brains? Oh, sorry. Oh.
Meow, give me my better body back. I am the superior life form.
What else have we got? Pitch Ars Paradoxica because I'm only one episode in. I don't know if I want to keep listening or not. That's really good, and thank you for your honesty. I always had trouble with the beginning of Ars Paradoxica because listening to it, I'm like, I did so bad when I first started. I didn't know what I was doing. I sound like I'm reading off a page. I can relate. It's so stiff. And all I can say...
All of us were, though.
Yeah, there's any podcast you start, the beginning's going to be like, hello, my name is Character, and I'm totally not reading right now, you know?
Right.
All I can say is stick with it if you like it, and don't try to follow every little detail if that's not your jam. Like, if you don't want to know the theory behind the whatever, you can still get through it.
Right.
But also, my advice is, if you don't want to continue it, don't. There's a lot of shit to listen to. Don't, like, waste your time listening to something you don't like.
That's fair. I like Love Kirby Forever pitches it as lots of LGBT plus representation, government conspiracies involving time travel, procrastinating your project by going to Vegas.
That is a much better and more concise description than I gave.
That's a great pitch. Okay, so Jolene Gebelt asks, so I do drawing and stuff, but I was wondering how to manage my social media to get some presence out there. That's a great question.
Well, you're much better at social media than I am. You're like a social media king.
Well, so I don't know about that, but I aspire. I'm like a
squire.
Yeah,
a
squire to a prince that looks awfully like the prince and may make that prince disappear.
Do the Prince and the Pauper thing.
Maybe, yeah, right. Like that. Yeah, right. I feel like one day, but in the meantime, it's been fun.
But actual advice for that. Actual
advice for that. So I do drawing and stuff, but I was wondering how to manage my social media to get some presence out there. So here's what I would say. I would look at I think the problem that I had thinking about social media was thinking about it as anything other than communities. I think it's really easy to lose sight of that social media is just people. It's people on screens, pressing screens furiously and scanning screens furiously, and it's just people. And when you think about it that way, you can look at the communities that you're a part of. And so, like, I got very little traction before I was an actor on Wolf 359, which is part of the community of audio drama listeners and audio drama fanatics. And that's where I started really getting traction. And before that, and I hadn't seen this at that point, it was a little easier for me to see with hashtag Audio Drama Sundays. I had a similar relationship with, like, the mental health communities on Twitter and Facebook when I was doing Project Uplift stuff. I was a little bit less involved in that than I was with Wolf because I was working in that alone. So it felt like I just needed to, like, push stuff out on social media.
Oh, and, that like show your work hashtag
right,
is a
and,
big
like,
thing.
Do
it before it's perfect.
Right. No, that's definitely, like, share process and that sort of a thing. And, like, see if you can tie into communities that are already talking and talk with people as opposed to thinking about things as, like, a one-way broadcast of just, like, sending your own stuff out. It's about engaging with people. So, like, share your work with people that you love. Find hashtags that are trending that you can kind of plug into.
And plug into other people's social media also. Like, if you, for example, I do face and body painting, and so there's a community for that on Instagram, and so I found a bunch of people that do it, and I like their stuff, and they like my stuff, and it just, you comment with it, you build that community, and you, as far as, like, for business things, somebody mentioned something about specifically for business, you want it to look uniform, and regularity is huge. You know, if you say you're going to post every day, you do it. If you say you're going to do this every week, you do it.
Right.
The easiest way to lose people's engagement is by not being consistent.
Right. And with the business thing in particular, don't be bullshitty. And what I mean by that is, like, people have a really attuned bullshit meter. I'm quoting Casey Neistat here, who's, like, my social media spirit animal. And it's basically, it comes down to that people are bombarded with ads everywhere they go. So we have really thin skin, I think, for, like, dealing with that kind of stuff. So as much as you can, like, humanize the brand. Like, make it you if you can. And if you can't, make it your customers. Make it your users. Like, make it about people.
Yeah.
Not about selling. Not about...
Do we want this to not have this up anymore?
Oh,
Where it's just them
whatever.
hanging out?
I think that...
Is that confusing people?
I don't know.
Sorry, my attention span is like
Yeah, we can change it.
that big.
1 second. Let's bring it back. Bringing it back, folks. Bringing it back.
Come on, Tiffy.
Is Tiffy in focus?
I don't know.
I
Are
don't
you
think
Tiffy? Did you find your light? That's an actor joke.
So.
There's also something to be said about empowerment. I think this all ties in together. If you are empowered to like make your own decisions and trust that like
Just gotta focus.
nobody else is paying as much attention to you as you are, then you'll be more bold with your statements and with your social media out there, and what you put into the world will be more bold and more you, because, oh my god, I'm like living in your armpit right now.
Sorry.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just so much shadow.
I think she's a little overexposed.
Yeah, whatever I just said was the
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
good.
You're saying empowerment and, like, sort of having it be a conversation.
Tell Sprout and Delilah I love them. Oh, I will. It's funny. Delilah has a nerve disorder, so her legs fall over all the time. She's a little herky-jerky, and I love her to death. But I started making fun of her because I'm a terrible person, and I would be like, Delilah, your butt doesn't work, haha. And then I got a sciatic nerve pinch and limped for 4 months.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, you're a witch. Anyway. And then I started making fun of her because she throws up all the time. I'm a terrible person. And I would do this in a very loving way. And now I have stomach ulcers and I throw up all the time.
No.
She's a monster.
The last thing that I'll say about the social media thing, whether you're just being you, whether you're being your company, no matter what, think of it as a conversation, not as a, like, presentation.
Oh, yeah. You're not giving a speech, you're like starting a dialogue.
Talk to the people that you would want to talk to and say the things that you're excited to say. Start with that.
Follow your heart.
Do that. Take one action once a day.
Mm-hmm. And be patient with yourself.
And if you want to be
Takes a long
aggressive,
time to build
100 in a
stuff.
week, and you'll be fine.
Oh my god. That is a cool one.
Kristen, from Alicia Workman, I just wanted to say that...
Wow.
That's so great. Just want to say that you're badass and hecking amazing. Also, what are your biggest voice acting tips?
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I want to say that you're a badass and hecking amazing, and I don't even know you.
She is.
And biggest voice acting tips. It took me forever to figure this out, and I'm still figuring it out, but voice acting is just regular acting. If you're listening to yourself, then you're not voice acting. Everybody has this idea that we're supposed to sound a certain way, and that's why it sounds fake.
Yeah.
The hard part is that you're reading, and you're reading it off a page. It's not memorized, so it's a little harder to like really be into it. But my big thing right now is visualizing. You know, if I'm playing Sally in the lab, I visualize the lab, I visualize the characters, and I just try to like make everything else melt away and just be there and not focus on, am I talking too fast? Like, did I pronounce that word right? Am I, you know, like, because then it sounds like you're reading. And
Right.
that is a big thing in podcasts right now, especially audio drama where people are like, it's supposed to sound uber realistic.
Right.
Listen to Wooden Overcoats, if you don't already, it's like British. It's some of the best flippin' voice acting in the audio drama community, I think.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell they're reading a script. It just sounds like a TV show or something. It's amazing.
And if you recently listened to the Wolf 359 special, you'll have heard one of the actors from that show, Beth Eyre.
I am in love with her.
She's
I don't know
amazing.
if she knows it.
Oh my god.
I'm just like
She's
fangirl for
incredible.
days.
Actually, though,
Ugh.
it was really, I didn't know what to do standing next
Someone
to
go
her.
tell her I love her. I could do that, I guess.
Well, why don't you tell her and I'll send her the clip.
I love you.
You're welcome, Beth.
Beth, I
We
should have
love
said
you.
your name. Oh, damn it,
That's
now
okay.
people can use that for anything.
I
Shit. I just did the Shia LaBeouf, like, just do it with the green screen. Okay, what else have we got?
think that's
Anything
wrap.
else good?
Yeah, that's it. And
We can
this is
do
a good
that.
time to sort of wrap up. I guess as we wrap up, is there anything that you want to leave us with? Is there any parting thoughts?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Nobody's paying attention to you as much as you are.
Nice.
It's just
Yeah.
true. So just like free yourself up from like I tend to think of myself in relation to who I'm with at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, right now I am Zach's friend. Like, or right now I'm so and so. Like, fuck that. Be you. People will like you more for just, like, being nice to yourself. Oh man, this is hard. Be
kind to you.
Be kind to you, and don't be afraid to be you, because the people that don't want to be around you when you're you are not people you want to be around anyway. It's that idea of, like, people have tattoos are like, I don't want a job where I can't have tattoos, so they don't worry about it, kind of thing. It's like, if your personality is your tattoos, then you don't want to be around, have a job with, that didn't work. Be you. Do it. Do the thing. Heckin' do it! That was so cohesive.
That was great.
Thanks.
Where can people find you, and what do you want people to check out?
You can find me on Twitter, mostly at KDimerc. That's KDIMERC.
Cool. One sec, I'm going to load that up on the screen so people can see that.
I am on Tumblr, but not super active. It's just pictures. I have an Instagram that's also just pictures. If you want to see my face painting stuff, it's thirdeyefacepainting.com.
This is K.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd say Twitter's the big one that I'm, like, most into right now.
KDimerc. So that's this right here. So go follow KDimerc.
Oh my god, look at my big old face. Can't do that.
And yeah. So that's
That
KDimerc
face.
right there. Give her a follow.
Mm-hmm.
And check out Ars Paradoxica. ArsParadoxica.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's the show that she's in, Audio Drama Sunday.
Yeah.
Represent. If you've never listened to it and you listened to the first episode today in honor of that, tweet at the show.
Yeah,
And
do
at Kristen,
it.
because that'd be fun.
Oh my gosh, Misha will be so much happier with me. Yes.
I'll put all those links in the description
you're amazing.
when the video is posted. And yeah, and I just wanted to take a sec to super duper shout out my new patrons, because you guys are incredible. And I am so grateful. I launched this Patreon last Sunday, and I'm in a new world where I see the possibility of getting to do this and, like, other content experiments all the time as my living.
This man just, like, churns out content. It's like
And it's all I
you're
wanna
like a
do.
waterfall of content.
I just want to make stuff with you guys all the time, and I would love to do that. And it's just been amazing to see people joining the community. And I've got this behind-the-scenes blog I'm doing, like, stuff.
Look at you. What are you doing there?
Every week. This is when we blew past the first 2 stretch goals, so I'm going to be upgrading my internet. I did not expect to hit this set aside to upgrade my internet, so that's happening, like, ASAP. Expect maybe even later tonight or in the next 2 days for me to do just a random live stream where I'm going to call the company and see if I can get a better price and a faster internet speed.
Hell yeah.
Thanks
Advocate
to you
for
guys.
yourself.
Yeah. I'm going to use this advice. See, I just, like, get to selfishly, like, interview my friends for how to be better at life. It's great.
Oh my god, what a great life hack.
Yeah, and so I can only encourage. I'm looking for recommendations. We blew past the first 2 stretch goals, and you can see all my stretch goals are here. And really,
have you reached that plateau?
I'm gunning to hit. No, we still grow, but I'm just like I don't have one for 500. I don't have like a halfway mark
that's tough.
for that, and I don't know if
It's
like
a big leap.
Tiffy time and like 2 live streams a week is like a good goal for that. I don't know. I'm like thinking it out. If you guys have recommendations for a $500 stretch goal, I'm all ears. Let me know on Twitter at Zach Valenti, or in the comments on this video after it's live, because the live chat disappears. And I'm on the road to 5,000, because when I hit 5,000,
What are you gonna do?
that's when I can do anything. That's when
Really?
literally I don't have to do any, like, that's like my insurance. That's like when I hit like the money.
That's living in New York.
That's living in any city in the world, doing daily podcasts. Like I was doing Focus.af, which if you haven't checked out, give that a listen.
It's so
just
fun. It's
Focus.af.
like you're hanging out with Zach.
It's a lot of fun.
You just like listen on your commute. You're like, Zach's here.
I love getting tweets from people randomly who are just finding it now that Wolf 359 is back. I assume you listen to Wolf 359. If you don't, check it out. It's fun.
Seriously.
It's a sci-fi audio drama.
There's so much that you can binge. It's amazing.
And yeah, that's all for this week. You can subscribe to my channel here. You can subscribe to Kristen's YouTube channel here.
I have a YouTube
And-
channel.
Yeah, I know, right? And check out videos you might like and want. I don't know. Things might be in different places. But anyway, that's that's all for now.
Y'all are so cool.
Yeah, and I just love you guys so much. It's amazing to see you all here in the chat. And I don't want anybody to think that if they can't support me on Patreon that they're not any less a part of the Self-Care Sunday family. Because I know not everybody has a credit card or a debit card or finances or like just being here makes a huge difference. Participating in this community is amazing. And yeah, and like, I don't know, if you think somebody in your life would like to hang out with us on Sundays, that could be fun. I'd love to meet them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, fun.
Until next time, I gotta
do a daily photo shoot with Tiffy in different costumes. That's a lot of costumes.
That's amazing. I gotta open the thing.
You're older.
I keep getting older. That's totally fine. Oh, I'm sorry in advance if this makes sound. No, don't make sound. Okay, good.
No, look, my eyes are shut.
I gotta go to the live control room to
I
end this.
have no idea what he's doing.
This is, you guys can see behind the curtain now. So yeah, this is where I can monitor the thing and like see how many people are watching.
Cool.
53 people at the top thing. More probably
That's
too crazy. All right, guys. Until next time. To clarify, Tiffy is in the well, she's not in the costume. She's not into the costumes either. She hates them.
Goodbye,
but
Tiffy.
it is how she's going to be.
Say goodbye.
Yes, it's going to be great.
Okay.
Awesome. Bye, guys.